Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back with another video. We're here with Younes. Younes talks football. What are you saying, Younes? You blessed?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good.
Mm,
My club's not good.
yeah. No.
I'm good. I'm good though.
Yeah. That's
I
good.
hope you're good. Are you good?
You know what? I'm good. I'm good for
Good.
now. Good for now. But you know what I mean? You never know. That could be short-lived by let's say come Sunday, 6:30. But for now, we're good. You know what I mean?
You got Spurs, haven't you?
Spurs, yes, Spurs. Yeah.
You should have that. You should.
We should.
You should.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know what I mean? I don't know about this team, man. This team can tell you a lot, but do little. You know what I'm saying to you? So
True.
it ain't easy right now. But even though it's magic to think that we've won 6 games out of 8 here, but it still doesn't seem like we're progressing or we're doing well.
Have you?
Yeah, we've got 6 wins out of 8.
No way.
Palace and Brighton. Yeah.
Bro, that's mad. Then it's true. It feels like you've been losing every game.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying to you. Whereas I think you guys have got 1 win in.
It's the opposite.
Yeah, like I think it's like maybe 1 win or whatever it is in how many games? You know, Man City have got.
You said how many? 6 wins in 8. Did you say
yeah,
for you?
all competitions.
Yeah, for us, it's 1, 2, 3 if you want to count Morecambe.
Yeah,
3 and 8.
3 and 8.
Actually, 3 and oh my god, 3 and I don't even want to say that.
Yeah, you don't want to call. Yeah. Just the last 8 games, 3 and 8.
I prefer not to speak.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 3 and 12, 4 and 12, 4 and 12.
Wow.
But 4 and 12 if we're including Shamrock Rovers.
Wow. Yeah, that's shameless. Yeah. That's That's crazy.
I wasn't even aware, man. Why have you done this to me? I didn't even know this. I'm like digging all this info out now. I'm realizing how bad it is. Oh my god, man.
Bro, it's mad. I told you. It's crazy, bro.
Right.
But you, man, yeah, man. What is going on at Chelsea? Like, there's a lot of discontent, owners on the football pitch, off the football pitch. Like, I want to say your season's falling apart, but I can almost feel like now you've not done the preparation needed. Now you've kind of been naive in selling a few players or loaned out a few players. A few players have got injured, and now the squad almost needs more when it had everything at the start or seemed to have everything at the start. Like, what the hell's going on wrong, man? Like, you just talk to me, man.
My club is run by clowns.
Yeah,
that's what's going wrong.
yeah,
Because there's so many issues, man.
Yeah.
Fundamental issues. Like I'm not talking about game in, game out, because you can pick up a win here and then you can lose here and then all of that, right? I'm not talking that. I'm talking the overall grand scheme of things for the past 3 years. More and more is now starting to come into the picture. More and more you look at hindsight, and more you understand outside the box, outside. When you're looking from the outside in and you can see the overall picture, you're going, oh, wow, yeah. No, it's for the past 3 years now, it's the same story and it's getting worse. That's just the truth. Some people want to sugarcoat it. Some people want to pretend they can do that. That's their prerogative. As far as I'm concerned, though, these owners have not got an absolute clue on how to run a football club, but they have a clue on how to run a business. And they have a clue on how to generate money. And that's all they're bothered about. It's clear now, like it's clear as crystal, that there's no incentive to try and get any sort of winning mentality, winning prowess, some sort of expertise into the team, relying constantly on just youth, relying constantly on just potential, on just talent, and on just hope that these players are going to grow into something, when even like that was the original thought process, at least with the fans, in terms of trying to understand what the club's trying to do. Now, I don't even believe in that. I think it's just get the young talent in to just flip for profit when the chance arises to get more money in. That's it. That's all it's about, and it's becoming clear. And what's the added confirmation is this January window has just been shambolic.
Shambolic, yes.
Shambolic. We've left the window weaker, and there's some business that just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It does financially. Footballing, though, it doesn't make any sense. You're getting players in 6 months later, you're sending them out on loan.
Yeah.
or they've left the club. But like I said, in terms of on a business standpoint, to get their value up because they're getting minutes and then to sell in the summer, perhaps, that makes sense. That's the main concern here. So it's only the wrong intentions.
Yeah, that answer millennial is it called? Like, can he not play for the next 6 months? Like, I see something about the Argentinian player.
Anselmino, no.
What? But then you're trying to loan him out to Marseille, and then that didn't work out. And I just find it very, very odd what's going on. Like, and listen, you were called the blue £1 billion bottle jobs by Gary Neville. It didn't seem to be Gary Neville was wrong, but now you've bottled now 2 trophies. Okay, it might not be the prize kind of trophies you want, but it's the 2 trophies that are realistic for Chelsea to win. You know, like, you've not won any trophies under this new ownership. They've been here nearly 3 years now.
3 years.
3 years now. Like, are you concerned that they have a strategy to win, or they just, like you said, strategy just to literally make money and turn this club? Like, you know, I'm not saying it's like a mini Brighton, because Brighton owner have come out and said, their intentions are not to maybe win trophies, just to make money, make them a sustainable club and whatnot. You don't want to become like a mini Brighton. You want to become a club where you want to win trophies, because that's the aim of the game, bro. Like, these players won't stick around. Like,
bro. Well, exactly, yeah, and that's where it's heading to. And I've no doubt that when the time comes and a big club comes calling, they want Cole Palmer, we'll sell, and these owners will be happy.
Yeah,
because we bought him for 40, and that's amortized over a long period of time. We'll sell him for 150 or something. Boom, that's a jackpot according to them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever. But that's exactly what you just said. Like, we don't want to try and be a mini Brighton. No, but we are. And they've already said this. This is the thing. This is why hindsight is a beautiful thing. Because at the very beginning, when we were all like, we're unsure, it's a new ownership, let's see how it goes. They said through their own mouths, they admire Brighton. They value business more in terms of things that happens off the pitch rather than on the pitch. They value business value before winning and before success and before silverware. They've said all of this, but we weren't really paying attention. All we thought, Todd Bowley said it with an interview with Bloomberg. Egbali and Feliciano, the 2 other guys of Clear Lake, they've said it in business conferences and interviews that they've done in terms of the business side first over the footballing.
Yeah.
Things off the pitch come first before winning and losing. Their words, not mine.
Yeah.
This is now all clear to see. So it's not a mistake. It's all done with intention. It's all done with purpose. You know? Brighton, after they beat us 2-1, their chairman was on ITV. You must have seen that interview on the pitch. And talking about, and correctly so, saying we haven't got the resources like the bigger clubs.
Yeah, the bigger clubs. Right? Yeah.
So we have to take an approach that's led by data and led by, sufficient scouting and going out and trying to find young gems that we can flip for profit later. He said that. That's the strategy. Whilst in the same time, when we're about to flip, we've already constructed and looked at young players that we know are going to come through to replace those players we're about to sell. And then we're going to repeat the cycle. That's the Brighton model. And they understand that. And they're doing it well, considering what you just said. But has that model won any silverware? No. And it won't. It won't. But that's all they've got. So correctly so. They're working within their means. With us, we've spent 1.5 billion.
Bro.
And that same Brighton guy in that same interview called us a great customer. because we've spent 220 million on Brighton.
On Brighton, yeah. And
So
they're able to get players with less money and then flip them again, so they're going to be making double the profit.
bro, we're meant to be trying to chase silverware, but we're trying to copy the same model but on steroids, because we've got the Chelsea name, we've got the brand, we've got London, we've got all of this, but we're trying to just work with young players and just flip and just do all of that just to make money. It's insane. The whole thing's mad. And with time, even after a little bit of winning, it just shows it's not sustainable to go down this route. I'm all for a bit of business, balancing the two sides. Young players, you absolutely need young players, but you need some experience. You need some winners.
Yeah, winners.
To try and address the winner issue after we lost to Brighton, they've gone and hired some ex-rugby player to come in and show the players winning mentality. Get out of it, man. It's a joke.
Yeah. I think ultimately, like, it's got as well, like, and the fans are not happy now. I don't know if there's any protest, or anything planned. Like, do you think the fan base right now are just almost a bit kind of scared to kind of maybe, because the problem is you'll always get another player, and that will always appeal to the fans. But then again, it's like, when is enough enough? When is it like, like, it's time to stop this now, and we want you out, or we want a change. We need to have a change, like, do you think the fan base are willing to do that? Do you think it's a case of, like, is it got to that stage, or is it still one of them where it's like online chat? Because I remember there was so much online chat about protests, about Glazers, and then it actually started to happen. And then it was like, wow, we got a movement here. I don't know. I feel like you got yourself and a few others, but like, it's not. I don't know if it's going to materialize.
With the match going fans, it's growing.
Is it okay?
It's growing now. Only now, but it's growing now. And I feel like there's two groups. There's the groups that have lost all faith, myself included, no matter what. We're gone. And then there's those that are clinging and going, we might get Champions League football, so let's wait. Right?
Oh, damn.
There is that going on. But my argument is that we're not prepped to go into the Champions League the way that we're going. Even if we were to make it, we'll be in and out quicker than Homer Simpson's dad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Bro, you can, because PSG and Man City were literally that close. And
But look, you got to take into consideration the other teams that are around us that are actually doing bits right now.
Yeah, they are. Yo, trust me.
Holding on to this, it's like, for me, it's like holding on to something that's just not going to materialize anyway. Even if we were to make Champions League football, we're not going to. They've already shown we're not going to get what's needed into this squad to even go and compete in the Champions League. We're just going to go compete, take the little bit of money and run off, and that's it. Done. If we were to even qualify, which is looking more bleak and bleak. This is why, like, there are those two sections right now. I think if we were to miss out on Champions League football, it would kick off. Everyone would shift over. Right?
Trust me.
And the one saving grace that I say saving grace, I'm talking in terms of the owner's eyes, is if we win the Conference League, we play Europa League. So for them, that's not going to be a total disaster, is it?
And
I'm done with that. Like, all of that, like, it's a fugazi. It's a lie. It's a lie to the fan base. So
that'll be like 3 seasons or 3. Is it 3 seasons or 4 seasons without Champions League football? Then
3. One technically.
22, 23.
It would turn into 3.
Yeah. Wow.
So the first year with Graham Potter, we were Champions League, and then since then we've not been back in.
Yeah. Because obviously, you won it in it. But it's difficult, man. And then you got like an inexperienced manager as well. Who, do you feel sorry for him in a sense, because he's literally uttering the words of maybe the club and what they're saying to him in Maresca?
Yeah.
He's literally like, I'm not saying he's a puppet. I don't think he's doing like but he's literally uttering the words of what the club would say and what they've told him, and he needs to realize that, we then can focus on top 4. But brother, you don't say that after losing out on the FA Cup. Like,
exactly, bro.
Who gives a shit about the Champions League, which has no kind of almost like end date until the end? There's no the kind of you've not done it now. So what's there to really celebrate? Okay, you're cool, you're off, but you're not finished there, have you?
This is the thing. This is the thing. When he said that after the game, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, holy shit! Like, I know that not just him, anyone that's hired is going to put out the club narrative.
Yeah,
and this is why, like, you say, okay, he's not a puppet. Technically, they're all puppets. They're all puppets. Even the sporting directors are puppets. Yeah, they're getting a lot of flack, but they're instructed. They're told what to do. So, in that regard, do I feel sorry for Enzo Maresca? Yes, for what he's actually having to deal with.
Yeah,
but he's also, and this is, I don't blame him for it, but he's happy to be here.
He is
happy to be here, bro. He's made the jump up from Leicester to Chelsea.
Brother, it's the maddest jump ever, bro.
But to be able to, straight after a defeat like that, and in that manner, try and gloss over it and say the positive is that we're playing Premier League and Conference League. Nah, come on.
It's
that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
Honestly, you're spot on. It's unacceptable for you to say that, bro, when you are at a club like Chelsea, and Chelsea always win trophies. Look at them all for the past 20 years. They've always left with something. And for you to come out and say that, like, it's almost like a kick in the teeth for the fans who went there.
It's an insult.
And it's exactly. It's an insult. And then the people that are watching, you're like, bro, we want to win trophies, man. Yeah, cool, top four's great, but bro, trophies are what, the success is measured by trophies. And okay, cool. It doesn't mean that your club is backed by winning a trophy, but it's a young team that needs to take some success. Your club needs to take some success. Like, the overall movement of what you're trying to do, it needs to take success. Can't just be like, cool, we're just happy to be here, top four and all of that. You become like Arsenal. You don't want to become like Arsenal.
This is it. We used to criticize them for that. Oh, look at that club that's just happy with top four. What a bunch of losers. And we've become exactly that. And it's sad to say there's also some of the fan base that are accepting of it.
Yeah.
And they're cool with it. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
The issue here as well with these young players is that they're not equipped to go and compete to win silverware. They haven't even got anyone to learn from or to take example from. That's how young players grow, is when they have mentors and they have players that they can look who are playing alongside them, that they go, oh, yeah, no, that's the person to learn from.
Yeah.
That's the one that I just got to concentrate and focus and just do as they say. On the pitch, we ain't got that. We gutted all of that out. So how do you want these young players to grow? It's impossible. In order to compete, it's not going to happen. What are they going to learn from themselves? Like, it's off each other. It's the blind leading the blind. But the problem is the club are not gonna sign anyone over a certain salary anymore, because that's part of the model, and they're not gonna sign anyone over the age of 25 unless you get a Tosin, for example, who comes in on a free transfer, who's not even levels. But we're not gonna do it. So it's going nowhere. This is the problem. It's going nowhere.
Yeah, it's actually going nowhere, when you deep it.
Like, going in circles.
Yeah, you're going to, and this, what it is. Like, listen, I don't. You don't want to see Maresca being used as a punching bag, but he will look this year. Like, and again, you'll get revisions about Poch because he got you to the finals and da. But end of the day, he weren't going right with Poch as well. But Maresca, there's elements in his game though that I can't lie to you, man. He is like, there's a lack of little bit of attacking impetus, and Cuckoo up front isn't working. He decided to rest Jackson. Cool, I get it. He's not fit and ready. Like, there's a lot of elements in Maresca's game management that have been a bit poor lately. But again,
it happened at Leicester.
Yeah, it happened at Leicester as well.
I
think for me, overall, I don't know. I worry that, coming into the season, if you don't get that top four, like, a lot of your fan base will want him out. Like, and it is a case of like top four or bust.
Bro, and correctly so, but he's not the problem. Do you know what I mean? Like, correctly so.
Yeah.
And for what he's done, that's been good, and we've acknowledged that.
Yeah.
If he were to fail, he's failed, but he's not the be all and end all. Because if we were to get rid of Maresca, the next puppet will walk in. It's not even the next manager. The next puppet will walk in. That's what they're going to do. This is the issue. It's a conveyor belt of the same issue over and over again. You know, Poch ended the season well. Last season ended well, but the majority of the season was a catastrophe. But he made that shift, and it looked like he just went, you know what, screw this, I've had enough. Started doing things his way, and then it took an upturn. He still got sacked. Because when you're not a puppet, you're going to face the consequences. That's how it's running at Chelsea Football Club.
That's how it is.
The same case people are going to make for Maresca. Get rid of him, problem solved. Or get rid of the directors, problem solved. The next puppet will walk in. Director or manager or head coach. Sorry, it's not manager anymore. This is the issue. So, with Maresca, absolutely. Some intricacies there that we're starting to see replicas of how his last season went with Leicester. It's happening again. No, of course. But is it a surprise? It's not really a surprise.
No.
Like I said, for the good things that we saw during the season, much like we saw good things towards the end of Pochettino. But overall, there was already doubts coming at the beginning when he got hired that we've gone to the Championship to hire someone. When has that been done? It's insane. You know? Are we going to see drastic change on the upturn like immediately? No, we're not. These are the levels that have been set across the entire football club. Problem is, it stems from the top. And I've been asking the question, is it going to change? For one part of the season, I was hopeful that, maybe now they're definitely going to see, because we've got a chance to get Champions League football. Surely now they're going to up the levels. They've doubled down on keeping it exactly as it is. It's not going to change. So we can get rid of Maresca. We can change that. No problem. We can change the directors. No problem. The next full guy will walk right in. So the attention has to be upstairs. It's as simple as that. That's
always, like the bigger picture are the Clear Lake and Todd Bowley and whatnot. Like it's it's mad times right now, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. Who you got on the weekend?
We got Brighton again on Friday.
Oh yeah, Friday. Ooh.
So we got to go back there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this one. Listen, he gonna be a tasty game. Listen, and Jackson should be back, I reckon. Should be back, but I don't know if he's fit or not. But again, that one's must-win game. If you lose that game twice, yeah.
This is the thing.
Madness.
It's a must. And the only hope that I have going into this is that Brighton might be a bit complacent.
Yeah.
Maybe psychologically I'll be like, okay, we can take these lot again. And then they might get a little relaxed. Like I'm hoping for that to happen. But if they go all guns blazing in the same way they did, I don't see a different result happening. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. With or without Jackson, by the way. It's been made to look like Jackson's some sort of hero. When
I know.
reality,
he hasn't been scoring that many goals, so you know what I mean.
What's going on?
Yeah. Let's see. I think for me, we've got Tottenham. Yeah, we could be here both depressed.
That week. Game could go realistically. It can go any way.
I know.
I feel like Tottenham have been suffering much more than you guys lately. So
I know. But they've got a better attack than us, and that's where I believe they'll do better. It'll literally be attack wins the game. You know that one's there, like attack. It'll be a crazy game maybe, but then attack will win you the game, and they've got, for me, a little bit better about firepower than us.
And I think historically, if I'm not mistaken,
they've got better.
Whenever they play you lot, they beat you.
They beat you, especially we've got a bad record against them, especially under Ange. He's beaten us a lot now, a few times now. So, he's And
is it at the lane? Or is it?
At the lane, is at the lane. On the Hotspur Stadium. So I'm expecting. I think for me, I don't know what I'll go with if I'm being honest with you, prediction wise, but man, I don't know, man. It's gonna be a mid-off. It's gonna absolutely be a mid-off.
A mid-off. Yeah, you've not beaten them since 2022, and not since 2021 at their ground. So
at their ground, 2021. Who was that? Who won that day? Oh yeah, Ronaldo Cavani. Wow. Funny enough, 4 years ago. Crazy.
Time,
crazy. But listen, man, we're going to be wrapping up here. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Make sure you hit the like button. That'll be amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Subscribe to Younes. Talk football. Younes, man. Another pleasure. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
There you go, people. And we'll see you next week on what should be an interesting week. Take care.
Hey.